All right, welcome back. Today I've got a special guest with me, Dave Cousins, and we're going to talk all about how he found me on YouTube and used the strategies taught here to get great results on YouTube. And so we're going to talk about like what he's actually done with it and how it worked in 2022. All right, so some of the things that I want to talk to you about are like how you found the strategy and why you were drawn to it, because there's a lot of different strategies out there on YouTube, and we'll talk about when you started, how you did the keyword research, and how that worked for you, and we'll talk about the results on your channel. Does that sound good?
Sounds good. So how I actually found you was through Chris Crone. I remember him bringing somebody talking about YouTube. And he's like, yo, after 4 months, you get this spike. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna figure out where did, I had to go through many, because he has a lot of videos. Yeah. So I had to scroll, keep on finding, and then I found it, and I found your name, and I found you on your own channel, and trying to figure out the actual strategy. And then I saw the strategy when you was like how to get 1,000 subscribers in a day. And it basically said, you're not gonna get 1,000 subscribers today, but if you do this strategy, you will eventually get 1,000 subscribers. So I took notes. And I was like, you said you want to go after the leaf topics instead of the actual, let's say I'm in a credit repair, don't go after credit repair, but how to fix your credit in 30 days or something like that, those specific topics. So I saw the different strategies that you laid out, I wrote it down, and then I went in more in depth of each one of your videos, explaining each part of the strategy. And then I saw that you use different keywords instead of, I don't know what you said, but you said there's two, and I looked up the two, and I started doing my own research from there. And I just found 30 videos, that I want to talk about, and just started recording.
So what I love is, this is the first time we've met.
Yes.
We've had a conversation prior to this. We had a weekend mastermind, and so that's why we're here together. But not even a DIY course or anything. He just used what was on my YouTube channel, learned from that, and it's worked.
Yes.
So when did you start using this strategy?
I implemented everything starting January 1st. I made a goal, so I was going to do a video every single day. And
so we're in August now, so just 8 months ago.
Yeah, and I went all in, and it grew my channel from, I think it was like 2,000 subscribers in January to 41,000 subscribers.
From 2 to 41,000.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so and
I had those spikes too. Those when I was trying to. Yeah.
And your first spike came
in April. 4 months.
So roughly about 4 months in.
Yes.
That's really cool. So we've had plenty of channels. Like for a long time, every channel that I produced had a spike around that 4 month mark. In recent years, that's not been as reliable. Like for Noelle Randall, her spike happened at 7.5 months, but you had one right around the 4 month mark. So that was actually pretty cool to hear. Even in 2022, it still works. Yeah. But you had, how long have you been producing your channel or making videos prior to January to get those 2,000?
So 2 years So my story was, I saw people in the credit repair space not really teaching credit. So I was like, I'm tired of this. Let me just make a video. I put it out there, and I just put it, how to remove student loans, and I didn't think nothing of it. And then I just put like another testimonial video, and people was contacting me through there, and I was like, maybe I need to start making this a thing. And then I found, I tried to implement a strategy, but in the military and everything, and I didn't fully complete the strategy, but I was like, yo, I have to go all in. Like, I will, like, if I don't do this, it's going to haunt me. So, like, I just went all in, and it worked.
So, it's kind of easy to throw out numbers like subscribers and numbers of views, which let's talk about that. But then I want to, if you can we talk about, like, business revenue and stuff too? So, views first. We were looking at your videos today, like your last 10 videos, and they're doing pretty well. Like you'll launch it. So has that been pretty consistent in the last several months?
Yeah. So, in the beginning, you said don't look at the views per video, but look at the overall. So I was like, I looked at the overall, how the views was going like January, and then it kept on increasing. And then February got higher. Then March, it got a little bit more higher. And then April, it said, woof! And
so that's collectively, when you add up all the videos, the number of views on your channel was growing.
Yeah, and it was
and you had that spike in April.
And then it came back down, as you said, but the baseline went up a little bit, and then kept on getting higher and higher and higher. And then I kept on being more, I was still being consistent. So as long as you continue being consistent, the views kept on growing and growing. And then you can see like different videos to make based off of like what people like, and then you just make more, a little bit more content of that.
So when did you start generating leads?
I started generating leads. It was like, I think second or third month. It was like I opened up a calendar and it was booked out for 4 months. Like it was people.
So you didn't even open the calendar until after 2-3 months in?
Yeah, like I put it like the link in and made a call to action, and then it was crazy. Wow. It was like,
so the service is helping people with their credit repair.
Yeah.
Is it coaching? Like coaching them?
Yeah, I said
giving them the tools.
Yeah, give them the tools. I said I tell them to get this. Well, you have a call to action. Tell them to get the secret letter, and then from the secret letter, I had hey, if you want to learn more on how to use the secret letter, just book a call. And people would book the whole like. I forgot to put, just for those first 2 weeks.
I love how simple that is.
Yeah.
So he's got a lead magnet. It's called his secret letter, and it's free.
Yeah.
And that's how you get their name and their email address. Mm-hmm. Now they're a lead, and you're inviting them to calendar link to book a call with you in 4 months. Yeah. How many were you allowing per day?
Like 16 calls per day.
Holy moly. So,
so like
5 days a week?
Yeah, 5 days a week.
Okay,
like
so you packed out your schedule for 4 months.
Yes.
So business is good.
Yeah, business is amazing. It was good. Leads was overflowing. I was like, oh my gosh, we need to hire another team.
We don't necessarily need to talk about specifics unless you want to, but I mean, like 5 figures monthly or
what is
revenue coming in?
That's like 10,000. That's a little bit more than. Okay, I guess we can I can talk about March was like 15,000. April, it jumped up to like 22,000. May, it went to, I think, like 40,000. June, we had an $80,000 month. That was just from business, but if I added everything, we made 6 figures.
With ad revenue and everything else added in? Okay.
And and affiliate marketing. And and then July, another 60, and this been going up.
So that's awesome. So that's amazing revenue numbers, and if we followed a strategy that's kind of more popular on YouTube that goes after amazing suggested traffic, like the Mr. Beast channels and stuff like that, he does amazing revenue on his channel, but he's got to get tens of millions of views, right? Mm-hmm. We're talking about hundreds of views and a couple thousand views after a week or two on a video. Yeah. So that seems like such a small amount, but it's
because with your strategy, you just need like 100 leads talking about that topic. And once you get that topic, they're going to want to know how can they work with you. Then you be able to provide that phone number or a consultation, and they want to work because they see that you can solve their problem, but they don't have the time, or they just want to hire you for whatever service you have. So it's amazing. That's why I was like I had to find the channel because I know Chris Cohn had talked about it. So
yeah, that's what we did on the Chris Cohn channel.
Yeah.
So yeah, I appreciate it. Congratulations on the success that you had. I love hearing success stories. I see a lot of success stories in the work that I do, and you were doing all this behind the scenes, meaning not in front of me. I didn't know. You just found me on YouTube and you followed it. Good job.
Yeah,
so for those of you watching this video, if you're not familiar with the strategy, the details of it, I've got a free training, natesfreetraining.com, where I'll put the link in the description below. And it's about 32 minutes long, and I go into the depth of everything that he followed and is following today.